picking up where we just left off. We just got done with some Containment Breach. And now we're just gonna relax. Play some Halo. We'll start with some custom games. Then we'll start with some custom games and we'll go to some other stuff. Let's see. Let's see. Record. Desert dump. Desert bus. Okay, we'll join this one. A lot of people seem to like Desert Bus. It'll be really cool when they finally implement custom games for the rest of the Halos, if they do. I don't know if they plan to, but I imagine they would. It would be a good idea. 343 has done a pretty good job with Master Chief Collection, if you ask me. Definitely have lost some of the ill will I had towards their company after Halo 4 and 5, especially Halo 5 with the microtransactions. They lost a lot. They got a lot of hate from me for that, and I feel like it is and was well deserved for that. But they've done really good with Master Chief Collection, implementing new things, not having anything be microtransactions. I can only hope that they continue to foster this goodwill. Oh. I can only hope that they continue to foster this goodwill that I have gained towards them and their design, because they could very easily lose it again if they fuck around like they did before. Oh shit! I thought that guy was on our side. Damn. So yeah, no. 343 has done a very good job with Halo Master Chief Collection, in my opinion. Very good job. I'm very pleased with it. Have been for a while now. And I genuinely just hope that they continue to do good. I wonder if this is a drivable Pelican. It probably is not, but it would be really cool if it was. No, it is not drivable. A tragedy in of itself. I've always wanted a flyable Pelican in PvP, in multiplayer. It's never happened, though.
Flag recovered.
The Master Chief Collection has been exceptionally fun. Especially because they're continuously adding new stuff. New seasons, you know, just constant improvements. Yeah, no, they've been doing a really good job with it. I've been very impressed. I did not think when 343 took over the Halo series as a whole, I did not have very high hopes. I was very well, no, when 343 first took over the Halo series, and I found out they were fans of the Halo games, I thought, alright, it's going to be people who are like me, who love the Halo games, and they're going to treat it right. They did not do that in the beginning. Halo 4 was exceptionally uninspired, was very, very disappointing in terms of just general content. It was a bit confusing. Personally, I hated it. I hated especially that they revealed a Forerunner in the flesh, and that, you know, it just felt very... It felt pointless. It felt like they stole some of the magic the original games had, and they tried to make it seem like their own thing. I hated the new armor. I still think the armor design that they went with, the newer armor, is stupid as hell. I will never approve of it. I will never like it. You know, it's garbage. It's garbage. It seems like it's not very protective. It's kind of not anything. I don't like it, and I never will like it, and I don't care what defense you have for it. It's just not, it's not Halo. It's not a Halo armor. It's not good. But, I mean, they're fixing that. They're fixing that now. And, you know, I can appreciate that they've taken the criticism that the community has hit them with, and that they've used it to improve themselves, and that's an admirable thing. Halo 5 was unacceptable by any stretch of the word. I don't care who you are, Halo 5 was not acceptable in any terms. Microtransactions, the story was utter garbage. Nobody, like, introducing a character that nobody even fucking knows, Locke, Spartan Locke and his team. The only one I knew on that team was Buck, and I didn't even really care much for Buck. I wasn't a big, you know, people who didn't play Halo ODST very much, you know, who the hell are these people? You know, I didn't fucking like, I mean, I didn't hate Buck, I don't hate Buck, but I didn't fucking know who he was. I didn't really give a shit who he was. He was some, oh my god, I'm going to die. He was just some random fucking dude that showed up in ODST and had a thing with some lady, and that was it. But I mean, really, the thing that made me hate the most unacceptable thing about Halo 5 was definitely the microtransactions. That was unacceptable by any stretch of the word. Halo never had microtransactions, and it never should. It's not what defines the game. It should never need them. And the fact that they would implement that kind of said to me that, like, these aren't fans. These are corporate slaves who played the games and claim to be fans of it, but they don't fucking really care about the game itself. So that was like a sign for me. When Master Chief Collection came out, I got it because I was like, all right, I love the games. I love the main games that Bungie made. You know, I'm gonna enjoy it. They're probably not gonna add anything new to it, so that's whatever. But I'm gonna enjoy it. It'll be a fun time. You know, just playing the old games and on the PC. But then 343 did a good job. They did a decently good job. They added new stuff. They added seasons. They, like, basically you have to earn the armor and reach and all that stuff. They released them one by one. But they did a good job, in my opinion. And they're adding new content, like new stuff to the games that makes them, that keeps them playable. You know, there's always more to look forward to. So that's always good. That is an enjoyable thing about it. You know, I do like that.
Teammate gained.
Now I'm complimenting them, but a lot of the new armor that they've, I like the skins. I really like the vehicle skins for Halo 3 and 4 and 2, and I mean for 1 and 2, 1 and 3, and then 4. I like the skins. I do. I think they're really cool. The new armors for the Spartans and the Elites and Halo 3. That is a longsword. The new armors. Not so much. Not so much. Not as big of a fan of that. Granted, they are pretty good. However, they suffer similar problems to the actual armor for that is actually like straight up a longsword. Where is this? How does he have one of these? Oh my god! Everyone is dead. Oh my god. Anyway, that, however, what was I saying? Fuck, I can't remember what I was saying. What tangent was I on? Right. So, the new armors have some of the similar problems to the old armors, which is the armor doesn't really cover enough. The armor doesn't cover enough. It kind of exposes so much more of the undersuit. It doesn't feel like armor. It doesn't feel like the original Halo armors. The original Halo armors, it kind of covered everything. You felt secure. The only parts that were not covered were the parts that were the joints. You know, that there would be a lot of joint movement in. And that made sense. Now, you have a bunch of exposed shit that, you know, it doesn't really... Why would all this stuff be exposed? Okay, we're stuck. I have gotten myself stuck on this bridge. I'm going to die on this bridge. Time to evacuate. But I guess there's not really any way to, hold on, I'm gonna leave this, I'm gonna show what I mean with the new armor, right? So like, back, options and career, my customization, okay, so, Halo 3, alright, we'll check the elite armor first, right? So, this is the new elite armor, I have mine spec'd out, right? This is all pretty good. My main complaint, the abdomen, right? The elites have no abdominal protection whatsoever, right? But if we look at the original, if I put the elite in its original combat armor, give me 1 second here. Arms. Legs. Right? We have some level of waist protection here. You have more protection in the back. There's more armor overall, you know, in the original. And this is the original, right? So then, even with the other ones, you know, you have the ascetic order armor, right? Let me put them all in this. Well, like, you know, there's just more. That's not the right arms. There's only the combat arm, yeah. But like, look at this. You know, there's just more armor overall on the abdomen, on the waist, which makes sense. You know, you're in war. You're in this advanced suit of armor for protection, and I get it. It's like, oh, well, you have the overshield, so it's not as important, but it kind of is. It kind of is. The shields don't last very long, especially with the enemies that they're fighting. So it would make more sense to have all of this armor. You know? So, like, the biggest problem is with all of these new armors, there is no abdomen protection. It's just like... there's nothing. And don't get me wrong, I like the new armor. I like some of the new armors, right? I don't like some of the other. I mean, everybody has their taste. I have my own taste. You know? Everybody's got their taste. I like most of the new armors. I really do. I really do. I like them a lot. Right? But, like, I have some complaints about the arm pieces, too. This is the original Elite arms, right? It's very wrist protecting, like, for the lower arm. You know, it's very wrist protecting right there, like, on the arm part. The hand is exposed because, well, yeah, they're going to be using the guns and everything, right? So, I like a lot of the hand armors. I like the general one. I like the artisan one for the most part, although it could go up a little bit more towards the elbow. Not a big fan of the Ashuna. I like the color look of it. I like how there's a little piece on the hand part. But I'm not a big fan of the overall size of it, because it's not very protecting. What's the point? You know? I like the Senshikal. I like the Scion armor, you know, mostly. I don't like the keyboard. Why the hell would you wear armor that doesn't even protect the more, like, the biggest parts of your arm? It's only the under part of your arm. When you're holding a gun, the under part of your arm is one of the most non-endangered parts of your body. Because you're facing the gun forward, it's facing towards the ground. Your under part of your arm is not in danger. Now, if you're holding a rifle, I can understand that a bit more. But even then, it's like, if you flip this so it was protecting this part of the arm, it would make so much more sense. So that just makes no sense to me. It's a stupid design. Alright, the Accord is the same thing with the Accord, although not as pronounced because it's a little bit more slanted. But still, like, it makes no sense to me. Maybe it wasn't meant to be that orientation. Maybe it was. If it was, it's a stupid fucking design. If it wasn't, then, you know, you gotta go back in there and fix it. But, like, with the general, look at this. Look at this. Protects most of the upper arm. Could probably stand to, like, stretch back a little bit, but that's fine. Reaches down, protects the lower arm. It's got some space for the wrist movement and all that stuff. That's a good piece of armor, right? Helmets. I like the new helmets. I have no complaints about any of the new helmets. Although maybe that they're basically some of them are just straight up copies of the Elite armor from fucking Halo 3 and 4. Halo 4 and 5, I mean. This is straight up copied from the Halo 5 fucking majors and stuff like that, like the higher rank ones. Some of these are very unique. This is Jewel and Dama's helmet, basically. But I like that. I liked his helmet. I like this helmet. You know, and they have new lore with them. All right, I like the helmets. Overall, I do really like the helmets, and to some extent, it makes sense with the lore. You know, the elites who were generals that served under the Covenant. You know, it was all super huge and pronounced. This could be a lot more closer to their original culture, etc., etc. Granted, you know, elite shoulders. I am a proprietor of bigger, bulkier armor for more protection, personally. So, the elites having different sized armor pieces on their shoulders is fine. They all look really good. I think they all look appealing. I picked the biggest ones because that's just how I am. And also, this is as close. I try to go for a look for my elite to look as close to the original Halo Reach Elite General as I can, because that was my favorite elite design for the armor. The chest plates, I have no complaints about the chest plates, more or less. I like all of the chest plates for the elites. They're just about all, you know, they kind of follow the same fundamental, you know, way they work. The Scion could choose, well, I would say the Scion could stand to be a little bit bulkier, a little bit more protective, but they are female elites, so they're probably smaller generally. So that makes sense. Yeah, no, if I wanted to go with the true, I use this chest piece because it's the biggest. It is the bulkiest, and it's got a cool spine detail, and I like it. The arms, again, I choose the general arms because it's my favorite. My big problem, no abdomen protection, no ass protection. This is an oversight, you know. It needs this stuff, and I know 343. Anybody in 343, they're probably never gonna see this video. They're never gonna see this video. They're never gonna hear my critique. You know, I genuinely think they've done a very good job overall with the Master Chief Collection. I do. Halo 5 needs to be burned in a fire, but as far as the Master Chief Collection goes, they've done a very good job. You know, I do like the new armors. I love the Ashuna armor, except for the hands. If it was not for how bad the hands look, I would only be wearing that armor. I don't like the hands on the Ashuna armor. But no, the elites would need some sort of protection down here. It's ridiculous that they don't. You know, the older ones look better. They have a butt plate. Bro, I don't want to go into war with no fucking butt plate. You kidding me? How expensive would it be to just add a butt plate? Not very hard. It would not be very hard. Alright, we're gonna get into Spartan armors, which is where more of my complaints exist. Most of my complaints are with the Spartan armors, right? So I'm gonna set us up to the default Master Chief armor, just for the sake of simplicity. Alright, everybody has their thing. I don't like to criticize shoulders very much because I'm very specific about how I like my shoulders. So that's not even really a thing for 343's part. That's more of a thing for me. Alright. I'll just keep the visor and stuff. Get rid of the back accessory. Alright. And then make sure I have the typical tech suit. Okay. Alright. This is Master Chief's standard armor. The Mark V, or is it the Mark 6? I think it's the Mark 6. Yes, it's the Mark 6. The Mark 6, I don't know how to read Roman numerals. I'm assuming it's 5. No, maybe it's 5. Anyway, this is Master Chief's standard armor, right? Look at it. It is very protective of his general areas. There's open spaces for movement. You know, you got some thigh area, you got stuff around the legs. Even though you have an armored plate coming up to guard the legs, it is very efficient at being protective armor. Very efficient. If coming at it from a front angle, your best places to shoot would be here, here, probably here, and in the throat. Those would be the most effective places to shoot him to try to stop him. But even then, you know, the armor is very well protective, right? But then, you know, you have... Now, the helmets, they did a decent job with the helmets. Some of them feel a little out of place. Granted, they're not. I don't have the full sets yet. But, like, you know, this kind of feels like my head would be getting compressed in this thing. You know, with the slants and the curves. I don't feel like a human head would reasonably be able to fit in this thing comfortably. Like some of them, not all of them. Some of them are, you know, good size. I feel like you could fit into it. But some of them are like, I don't know if a human head could fit in this, like, realistically. Alright. Shoulders. It's very difficult for me to complain about shoulders. I mean, everybody's got their preference with shoulders. I like mine to be bigger, more covering, like this. That's a good shoulder. So they know they know how to do it. I will be right back.
I got most of my laundry done.
Oh, excuse me one moment. Alright. They clearly know how to make shoulders that are like this. So why don't they? I feel like everybody in the armor designer in 343 is the exact opposite person of me, because they're the person that doesn't like super bulky armor. I'm like, bro, come on. Like, this is the perfect armor piece for me. I like the security one, because if you look at it, look at that. It guards more of the shoulder. It comes up to kind of protect the cap. It probably would limit your movement, but not to the point where you wouldn't be able to do your job as a Spartan. Chest. Okay, this is where the biggest complaints will be. Look at this. Alright? The original armors protects the sides, protects the corners, all that stuff. It kind of protects more of your chest. These, look at this shit. Look at how much more exposed your chest is. How much more of the black suit you can see. You can see so much more. Why? Why is there less protection on the newer armor? Why would you decrease the level of surface area? It makes no sense. Like, look at all this. Look at how much more of my pecs are showing out the sides of my armor. It's absolutely ridiculous, you know? And then you go to the ODST. This is a good fucking armor. Look at the side with the, damn it. Hold on. Look at the side with that ODST. It even comes around and comes up to cuff up under most of the shoulder. They know how to do it. They have the means of doing it. They've done it with different armors. They just don't want to do it, and I don't understand why. All right, legs. I have more complaints with the legs. Look at the original boots, right? They basically cover the whole foot. It's like an actual shoe, right? It's like an actual shoe that you wear for the boots, right? Look at the new ones. It's not shoes now. It's just you strap garbage pieces of armor onto your feet, and that's now your shoes. That's not how shoes work. That is not how shoes work. You step on something sharp, like enemy has a knife on the ground and you step on one, it's gonna go right up between the crack and stab you right in the foot. Like, it is the most mind-bogglingly dumb design. I don't understand it. Look at this. Look at how more of your foot is exposed. It's fucking ridiculous, dude. It is actually ridiculous. Look at this. Look at this garbage. It's like I taped pieces of scrap metal onto my feet. Like, ugh. Oh, God, I hate it. And then you go back to being a solid boot. Look at this. Look at that solid fucking boot. That's how it should look. They know how to do it. This is the new ODST armor that they added. They clearly have the means, but they just don't fucking do it. They're so caught up on this shitty older design that makes no logical sense. Like, really, it's just, ugh. The new back accessories, I love the new back accessories. I do. They did a really good job. This is a really cool thing. This should be in all of their Halo games, to have different back accessories. Halo Reach was loved because you had different small accessories you could put on your Spartan, and it was awesome. This is a great idea. It's great. It is a great idea. It is a wonderful idea to have back accessories like that, and I applaud them for it. But the chest and the boots, I'm not even done with the legs. Hold on. Look at this. Oh, they didn't get rid of the crotch armor. We're gonna go over to Halo 4 to give the biggest critiques, right? Look at this shit. Look at how unprotective. There's no armor down here. This is all the undersuit. Your whole crotch is exposed. The whole crotch is exposed. I have mine kind of set up to be a bit more protecting than usual, but still. And then, like, but down here, if we go down, if we pick the Mark 5, right? Mark 5, more protection. So reaching a bit further down. Go over to the legs. Get rid of these stupid fucking scrap boots that they've put on me. Put on the Mark 5, right? Real boots, codpiece, real protection, ass plate. We are safe now. This is real armor. It's just like, how do you go back? Like, this is the armor. The Mark 5 was worn by Chief in the first game. It was supposed to be obsolete. Clearly, Clearly it's not, because it's the only armor that really fucking protects the Master Chief anymore. Like, oh my god, and even this, they've kind of fucked it up. Look at all that arm you see there. Oh my god. How do you fuck it up this badly? It was such a simple design. I need my fucking cock piece, man. I need my dick protection. I'm sorry. Oh god. Ugh. I have so much criticism. Like, and don't get me wrong, it's not like I want to hate on 343 and be like, oh, give it back to Bungie. No. That's not what I want. Bungie's fucking up too. Destiny 1 was utter trash. And Destiny 2 is pretty much the same product. They're both really, really bad. They're fun to play. The gameplay is good. But their fucking dirty fucking marketing tactics destroy it for me. I want 343 to succeed with it. I want Halo to succeed. I do. I want Halo to succeed. I want it to thrive. Just like how I want Dragon Age to thrive. Just like how I want Mass Effect to thrive. I love the game series. I love the universes that they're in. But I can't overlook this shit. I can't. Because this is the shit that slowly eats away at what the franchise is made of. You know? It's just not good. It's not good. 343 really dropped the ball with the storyline. Like, if you wanted to make Cortana go evil, that's fine. Like, that's perfectly fine. Bringing the Didact into the story in Halo 4 was fucking ridiculous then, and it is ridiculous now. The Forerunners should have stayed extinct. We never should have gotten to see what they actually looked like. We never should have done it. Because it left a lot of mystery as to how their species looked and what they were all about. You don't reveal you don't show them the alien. You don't show it to them if it's supposed to be a mystery. You took the Forerunners, which was like this super advanced ancient gone race whose technology was almost like looking at magic. And you showed us their faces, and they were butt fucking ugly. They were absolutely hideous. And it took away the magic. Even the technology. Like, I get it. It's like, oh, Requiem was made by a different cast of Foreign. It doesn't fucking matter. It's too lively. It's too full of light and energy. The original Halo 1, Halo Combat Evolved, the Forerunner tech, it looked advanced, but it looked derelict. It looked like it was ancient tech that had been abandoned and the life had kind of drained out of it. And that was cool. It looked like ruins. It looked like a ruined civilization, the leftovers of what was once a great, powerful, spacefaring race. And they carried that, and it was like ominous and foreboding and very archaic, and it seemed like magic. Now it's all illuminated and shiny and like, no, this isn't the tech of an ancient race. This is the tech of a race that's clearly still around. Everything's dusted, everything's nice. No, it shouldn't look like that. It should look old and ancient. I get it, the Forerunners were advanced, and it looked advanced before. This is a metal. I don't know what this is made of. It clearly doesn't look like anything we've made before. Look at all these little grooves and indents and things in it. This whole thing was made for something I clearly can't understand. I can't understand it. It's archaic. Now it's all just like, oh, it looks like I'm looking at an electrical board. It's just... a lot of the magic of the original Halos was lost with the remaster. With the changes that they made. Like... I have a lot to say. I don't have nearly enough time to say it, and I'm gonna eat some food. But no. I mean, if by some chance 343 sees this video, if anybody in 343 sees this video, just like it's not even the big things that you could do to fix it, you know? Some people don't even play Halo for the story. Some people just play Halo for the multiplayer, and if you can just make the multiplayer armor look good, you'll still keep a lot of people playing. I have my own gripes with the story, but to be honest, the story doesn't need that much the story literally only needs a little bit of tweaking to be acceptable, in my opinion. Alright? And then Halo Infinite, all of my criticism aside, Halo Infinite looks fantastic, and I will definitely be playing it. Halo Infinite looks amazing. I love the Banished. I like what they did with Halo Wars 2. You know, they know they can do it. I have faith that 343 can do it. I just don't know if they will. They have the ability. I know they have the ability. I believe that they can. But I just don't know if they'll actually do it. And that is what makes me sad, because I love the Halo series. I do. And I'm just one fan. I don't get to dictate everything that the company does. But I really do hope that they pull through. I really do. I'm excited. I am excited for Infinite. It looks great. It looks like it's going to be fun. I'm a little concerned about the open world aspect, but you never know. Breath of the Wild was fantastic. I loved Breath of the Wild, Zelda Breath of the Wild. And they did an open world thing. And it was great. So, they might be able to pull it off. I don't know how it'll work with a shooter. I don't know how it'll work with a Halo of all things. But I believe that they can do it. And I really hope they do. I really want them to redeem themselves. And they're on the route to doing so. Anyway, I will be ending the stream here. I will try to stream more frequently from now on, but I cannot make any promises. And I hope you all have a fantastic day.